You ought to see my Cindy, she lives away down south. She's so sweet the honeybees swarm around her mouth. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy in the summertime, Cindy in the fall. If I can't have Cindy all the time, I'll have no one at all. Oh, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy is a pretty girl, Cindy is a peach. Threw her arms around my neck, hung on like a leech. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy got religion, tell you what she done. Walked up to the minister, chewed her chewing gum. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy got religion, she had it once before. When she heard my old banjo, she's the first one on the floor. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy got religion, she really went to town. Got so full of glory, Lord, shook her stockings down. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. If I had a pretty gal, I'd put her on a shelf. Every time she smiled at me, I'd jump up there myself. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy had one blue eye, she also had one brown. One eye looked in the country, the other one looked in town. Oh, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Wish I was an apple hanging on a tree, and every time my Cindy passed, she'd take a bite of me. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Wish I had a needle and thread, wish that I could sew. I'd sew that gal to my coattails, and down the road we'd go. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday.